celebration of French language, French culture. This is a time of the year when we celebrate Irish, we celebrate Italians, and all of the ethnic groups. And today is our day. For those of us who are proud of our French heritage, to be here and to celebrate who we are and to remember who we are and what our culture is all about. So again, thank you to all of our guests who are here today. We're going to begin with the French American School. We have some kids here who are anxious to entertain us. So, Ann, where are they? And we'll let them come in. And this is always a highlight of the event, isn't it? All of you who are parents of these kids, raise your hand. Just a few. Okay, that's what I thought. Take your cameras out, take your phones out, and here they come. Great.
Perfect. You saved us. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I still want to. Yeah, that's right. You want that way? Over here. Oh, okay. Appreciate that. Right. I'll be out of your way in a second anyway, so.
First and second grade at the French American School. My name is Francophonie. I'm their music teacher. They're going to be singing three songs. They're going to be singing three songs tonight. La Gadou by Serge Gainsbourg, and also Dans le monde de mes rêves from Alice in Wonderland, and C'est de l'eau by Les Enfants Fantastiques.
Oh
in a hallway full of children. So let's see how it sounds. Ready?
Why are we on the news over there?
job, Party Cats.
No. You know the job description pretty well. So.
The kids from the French American School. Thank you. It's funny how the kids are just like adults, right? When they see their face on the television screen, they get all excited. Benedict Broder is the head of school. Raise your hand. Say thank you to her for the great job she does at the French American School. Good. Well, again, welcome to everybody. You know, for the many years that I've had the privilege of doing this, serving as the Master of Ceremonies at this event, I usually begin by introducing myself as Roger Bijan, the Honorary Consul of France. But that now has changed. I am now the former Honorary Consul of France, and it's my special privilege to introduce the new Honorary Consul of France in Rhode Island, my daughter, Stephanie Bijan. It'll be fun working with Stephanie. I said earlier how this is a time of the year that we celebrate the different ethnic groups. We celebrate our diversity and pride, the pride in who we are. And so it gives me a special privilege to introduce the Lieutenant Governor of the state, who has her own story of, as a young girl, coming to the United States from the Dominican Republic and has achieved so much in her young life, who now serves as our Lieutenant Governor. It's my pleasure to introduce Sabina Matos, Lieutenant Governor of the state of Rhode Island. Sabina.
Good afternoon. So great to have the opportunity to be here with all of you to celebrate the diversity of our state. The things that makes our state so wonderful is that we're able to celebrate all the cultures that make our state what we are. I'm honored to be here with former Lieutenant Governor Roger Bijan, who's always a pleasure to have the opportunity to be with you, and it's always great having you back in the building. It's someone that I always reach out to for advice, and I'm very grateful for your kindness and the time that you dedicate to mentor me. So thank you so much. We got to celebrate and welcome the new Consul, Honorary Consul General Stephanie. Thank you so much. Looking forward to working with you. And the members of the General Assembly who are here with us today, we have Representative Casey, Representative Phillips, Representative Brian, and Representative Cruz. Thank you so much for joining us today. On behalf of the state of Rhode Island and Governor McKee, I'm thrilled to be here celebrating the many contributions of the French Canadian Rhode Islanders have made to our state. The imprint of the French culture is all over the state of Rhode Island. When you look at the first settlers that came to East Greenwich, to the thriving French Canadian community right now that you can see vibrant community in Woonsocket, we are stronger because of the French roots that we have here in the state of Rhode Island. I especially admire and want to mention that there was a French American that had a similar experience than me, came here as an adult, Governor Adam Poirier, as a French Canadian immigrant who came to Rhode Island as an adult and helped to attract more French businesses to come to our state. It is beautiful to see the dedication of the French community to keeping the language alive. It was so wonderful to see the children from the French American school singing and in just speaking another language. Is something that we have to understand, that speaking another language is a superpower. We shouldn't be afraid of that. And it's wonderful to see these young children speaking French. And let's make sure that we continue that tradition of teaching our kids our native languages, but also look at the importance that translates to, just beyond keeping our culture alive, how important that is for the economy of this country and the future of this country to have a population that speak multiple languages. So I just want to thank all of you for allowing me this opportunity to be here, and I want to do a special recognition and make it official, and I think this is going to be the first official proclamation that goes to Stephanie. Yes. So I just want to say for the league and for the organization of the League of Francophones Organization of Rhode Island in the International Day of Francophonie 2024 celebration of the Statehouse of the State of Rhode Island. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sabina. You're an example of what makes this state great, and the people that we have, the diversity of what we bring to our state, and that's what, as you said, it makes the state stronger by our differences and our different cultures. And this is a day where we're, for those of us of French background, who are proud of who we are. As the Lieutenant Governor pointed out, we have a strong delegation of people who are proud of their heritage as well. And so I will mention them and ask them to come up in the order that they wish. But we do have Representative Steve Casey, Bob Phillips, John Brian, and Sherry Cruz, who's here. So, Steve, I'll let you start.
Merci à tous d'être aujourd'hui pour célébrer la culture francophone et les nombreuses contributions de notre communauté francophone. Je m'appelle Stephen Casey. Je suis un représentant de l'État pour la ville Woonsocket. Not bad. Not bad for an Irishman. Thank you. Thank you all, and welcome to the Rhode Island Statehouse. I'm here representing the city of Woonsocket, as well as Representative Brian and Representative Phillips, along with Sherry Cruz from Pawtucket. Woonsocket is a proud city with very rich history, and we wouldn't be the city we are today without the many contributions of the Francophone community, especially our French-Canadian community. For over 300 years, French-Canadian community helped build our city, our state, and our country. The French Canadians played a vital role in making Rhode Island and the United States industrial powerhouses throughout the textile industry. French Canadian workers played a vital role in the American military history, helping supply our troops during World War II. French Canadians also continued to contribute to the economy and our culture here in Woonsocket. I'm very proud of our city and grateful for our friends, our French Canadian people, keeping the Francophone language and culture alive. Thank you all for having us here to celebrate. Thank you all for being here to celebrate our city and our state and the Francophone culture that helps keep Rhode Island strong. I'm going to introduce Representative Brian first. Representative Brian has a citation from the House of Representatives for some of our guests, and then we will have Representative Phillips and Representative Cruz. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Rhode Island Statehouse. Lately, in the House, we've had St. Patrick's Day, St. Joseph's Day, so this is our day. It's such a great feeling that, you know, we can celebrate our heritage and our culture here in the Statehouse as well. I want to say congratulations to Stephanie and, of course, to the chairman of the board, Roger, who, when you think of being French-Canadian and being from Woonsocket, the first person you'll always think of, I think, will be Roger Bejan. So he honestly has been such a great leader and such a great friend throughout the years. I also want to introduce my friend and colleague, Cherie Cruz from Pawtucket. She represents Pawtucket, and the reason why Cherie has joined us, everyone keeps the Woonsocket reps engaged in this program. And I am a freshman rep, and Cherie is a freshman as well. We're in the same class. So last year we did this in the stateroom, which is being used by the movie company today. That's why we're here in the lounge. And when it was done, I noticed Cherie had stayed for the entire thing. And afterwards, I thought, well, she's just a freshman like me, and she's trying to just see everything that's going on. I said, hey, Cherie, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate wanting to know about Woonsocket and all this. And she looked at me, she said, my first name is Cherie. What do you think? She says, my grandmother was French Canadian. I grew up in Central Falls. That's where the Cruz comes from. So Cherie is every bit as French Canadian as we are, and that's why I thought I want her, and I'm so happy that she's here celebrating with us, and I hope that you'll be here each and every year from now on, Cherie, when we do this celebration. We've got some citations from the House of Representatives, and they come from the House, specifically the Speaker, the Majority Leader, and Minority Leader, and the delegation from Woonsocket, and of course from Representative Cruz. And I'm going to read one because they all say the same thing, so we don't want to bore you 3 times in a row. It says, be it hereby known to all that the Rhode Island House of Representatives hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to, and this is for Frederick Horn, the Cultural Attaché and Director of Villa Albertine, in recognition of the distinguished honor of your visit to the state of Rhode Island and participating in the Francophone flag-raising ceremony at the Rhode Island Statehouse, celebrating French-speaking languages. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune, given this 21st day of March 2024 at the Statehouse in Providence, Rhode Island, and that's signed by the Woonsocket delegation, the Speaker of the House, K. Joseph Sicarci, Christopher Blazajewski, the Majority Leader, and Michael Chippendale, the Minority Leader. I have a citation as well, and that will be for Josie Simini, the Senior Consular Officer of the Consulate General of Canada, and Representative Cruz has one as well.
Yes, for Marie-Josée Duquette, who is the Quebec delegate.
Any comments about growing up in Central Falls, Cherie?
Oh, yeah. And I'll just add a couple of things. So, yes, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, Amédée Pelletier and Josephine Chaput, had immigrated from Quebec down the pike, just as many immigrants, and landed in Central Falls, who became a loom operator, and where my grandparents grew up, and a large 16 children Pelletier. So when I saw this happening, I thought my grandmother Beatrice Pelletier would have been so proud to have this history, and as a freshman. So I'll be here every year, yes.
Roger, you're listening on this.
Thank you both, and thank you to the entire delegation and the ongoing support that you bring all the time. And for those familiar with the Franco-American community in Woonsocket, we have the Museum of Work and Culture there, and this delegation has been terrific in providing support and a great venue to tell the story of the migration of the French community in Rhode Island. We have delegation, we have people representing different parts of the French community, and we're so pleased to have some here today who want to address us and say a few words. And has been mentioned, we have from Canada, we have Josie Simini, who's a Senior Consular Officer of the Consulate General of Canada. Josie?
Merci beaucoup. Bonjour à tous. Good afternoon. My name is Josie Simini, Senior Consular Officer at the Canadian Consulate General in Boston. Aujourd'hui, à l'occasion de la Journée internationale de la francophonie, nous nous joignons avec les francophones de Rhode Island et du monde entier pour célébrer la richesse de la langue française ainsi que l'héritage et la diversité des cultures de la francophonie. Official bilingualism is one of the pillars of Canada's identity, and Francophone communities are central to our history and our heritage. French is the first official language of nearly a quarter of all Canadians, and it plays an essential role in making Canada a more inclusive, prosperous, and vibrant country. French is also a precious advantage, helping us work with Francophone partners around the world and making our ties with them stronger, including with our most trusted and valued partner, the United States. Over a century ago, thousands of French Canadians, mostly from Quebec, found opportunity right here in Rhode Island. Our French Canadian ancestors worked hard, built thriving communities, and created families. Many of their descendants still live here in Rhode Island and are with us in this room today. The ties that bind our two countries have only grown since those first migrants took the decision to leave for Rhode Island. And the French language should be celebrated as a link that brings our communities from both sides of the border together. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, Representative Casey, Phillips, and Brian, and to all the state representatives and dignitaries here with us today to celebrate la Journée Internationale de la Francophonie in Rhode Island. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, and it's so nice to have our neighbors to the north, right, from Canada, longtime friends of two countries, and it's such a pleasure to have the ongoing support there. And the province of Quebec, part of Canada, is where many of the people who are in this room, their families, that's where they came from as they migrated to New England. And representing the Quebec delegation, we have Marie-Josée Duquette, who is the Communication and Cultural Affairs Attaché.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Bégin. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, for hosting this celebration of the Francophonie. Et un immense merci à Anne Conway pour organiser justement cette belle journée. Donc, au nom de la déléguée Marie-Claude Francaire, c'est vraiment un plaisir pour moi de pouvoir vous parler aujourd'hui et de pouvoir parler de la francophonie. Every year, we gather to mark the occasion of le mois de la francophonie and its significance for Rhode Island. From the length of my salutation to our numerous distinguished guests, I believe it's fair to say that the state of Rhode Island and the members of its legislature give great importance to its francophone and francophile electors. About 17% of the Rhode Island population identified Franco-American as their origin in the 2000 census. These Franco, as they call themselves, are descendants of immigrants, their Mémé and Pépé, who came from Canada at the turn of the 20th century and who brought and continue to bring significant contribution to the region. If this event is possible today, it's because of the many people in your communities who are committed to make French not only part of the heritage, but also part of the future. And the future is bright. While it's still essential to continue celebrating our heritage, it is equally important to ensure the vitality of la francophonie by working actively to prevent isolation and to nurture the francophone community and lovers of the French language, les amoureux de la langue française. And I would like to end with this. We can easily say that Rhode Island and Quebec have developed a strong relationship, a friendship, I should say, driven by common goals and value. We're so fortunate to be able to work together, and we're sure to develop it further in the year to come. Here is to Rhode Island and to our friendship, notre amitié. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much. A few other people who are here that I just also want to recognize. We have State Senator Roger Picard is here, just walked in. Another one from Woonsocket, so I want to thank you for being here, Roger. Another one who has been an important partner in the success of this and ongoing for many years and has become a dear friend is Dominique Gregoire. Just want to say hello to Dominique and say thank you, Dominique, with the Alliance Française. You know, so much has been mentioned here in the time that we've been here about French and the Franco-Americans in Quebec. But let's not forget, a lot of this started on the other side of the pond in France. And you think about the long friendship between France and the United States and how we probably, you know, who knows how the fortunes of history would have changed had it not been for the French coming to the aid of this young country back during the time of the American Revolution. And so names like Rochambeau, which is prominently displayed in Rhode Island because General Rochambeau spent a fair amount of time here and met with General Washington in Newport, Rhode Island, to begin that march to Yorktown so this country could get started. And a little fact, for those of you who've been to Washington, D.C., and you've been to, you know, where the White House is on Pennsylvania Avenue, right across the street from that is what? Is a monument to Lafayette. I mean, think about the importance of that, of the presence there to have that displayed. So it's a long history that we're all very, very proud of. And so we're also very proud then to invite, representing France, Frédéric Horn, who is a cultural attaché and director of the Villa Albertine, to be here. Frédéric?
Dear Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, dear representative from Woonsocket, chers représentants du Consulat général du Canada et de la délégation du Québec, Madame la consul honoraire de France au Rhode Island, Stéphanie Bégin, Monsieur le consul honoraire émérite de France au Rhode Island, Monsieur Roger Bégin, chers amis. Alors, au nom du Consulat général de France à Boston, je suis ravie d'être ici avec vous pour célébrer cette levée de drapeau. Il s'agit d'une étape importante des célébrations du mois de la francophonie et c'est une joie d'être là avec vous aujourd'hui pour cette belle occasion. Je souhaite donc sincèrement vous remercier pour votre engagement et votre accueil. On behalf of the Consulate General of France in Boston, it's a true pleasure for me to be here with you today for this wonderful celebration. It's for me an honor to share this moment with you today. I wanted to start by thanking the entire organizing team that made this flag-raising ceremony possible. Ce que nous voulons célébrer ici aujourd'hui et au travers du français, ce n'est pas l'apprentissage d'une langue traditionnelle ou élitiste. C'est une francophonie moderne. Parler français, c'est un outil de plus pour chacune et chacun dans une communauté qui trouve sa richesse dans la diversité des identités des membres qui la composent. The Francophonie we wish to promote is one that celebrates multilingualism, diversity and progress. Speaking French is one more tool for everyone in a community that finds its strength in the diversity of its members' individual backgrounds. Nous célébrons en effet aujourd'hui un héritage. La francophonie est une part essentielle de l'identité du Rhode Island. C'est une histoire commune qui a façonné votre État et mérite d'être célébrée. We are gathered here to celebrate a legacy. Indeed, Francophonie is an integral part of the identity of Rhode Island. It's a shared history that has shaped your state and deserves to be celebrated. L'histoire des liens entre le Rhode Island et la francophonie se raconte autour des récits familiaux et à diverses époques. Cet héritage francophone est encore très visible et il se développe grâce aux différentes institutions et organisations présentes aujourd'hui. The story of Rhode Island's ties to the French-speaking world is told through family stories at various times. This francophone heritage is still very visible and continues to develop thanks to the various institutions and organizations present here today. Notre travail avec l'ambassade de France et de mieux promouvoir l'accès au français. Grâce au programme French for All, nous voulons vous aider à ouvrir de nouvelles classes de français et surtout de nouveaux programmes d'immersion. En effet, l'apprentissage du français par le biais de programmes d'immersion permet d'avoir un meilleur accès à l'apprentissage des langues et d'utiliser la maîtrise du français comme un outil pour l'avenir. Les entreprises françaises ont créé pas moins de 4600 emplois dans le Rhode Island, soit près de 15% des emplois offerts par des compagnies étrangères. Our work with the French Embassy is to better promote access to French. Through the program called French for All, we want to help to open new French classes and, most of all, new French immersion programs. Indeed, learning French through immersion programs give children better access to language learnings and help them to use their knowledge of French as a tool for the future. French companies have created fewer than 4,600 jobs in Rhode Island, presenting almost 15% of the jobs offered by foreign companies. En conclusion, la francophonie, c'est une langue, mais c'est tellement plus. Francophonie is a community, an ambition, and a future. And it is this future that we are called to celebrate together today. So merci beaucoup de votre attention et vive la francophonie au Rhode Island.
Thank you very much, Frédéric. You know, as we think about the introducing culture, introducing the language of French, where is that going to start? It's going to start in our schools, and how important it is that our French teachers they are a part of that. They're such an important part, and how much we value what they have done in helping us. And Michel Libet, who is the president of the AATF in Rhode Island, who's at Classical High School, has been such an important part of this and has been such a promoter. I love his enthusiasm. He, this year, as he has in past years, has brought a group of students with him from Classical High School. And Michel, I'll let you introduce your friends and your students who are here. Great, thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Merci de m'avoir accueilli ainsi que mes élèves du secondaire de Classical High School une nouvelle fois cette année au Capitole pour célébrer la francophonie dans le Rhode Island. De plus, au nom de l'Association américaine des professeurs de français, je vous souhaite tous et toutes une très bonne fête de la francophonie. I'm honored to be back here once again to join you in celebration of la francophonie on behalf of the American Association of Teachers of French. What's more, and more important, I think, I'm excited to be introducing a group of my students from Classical High School in Providence. They're all advanced placement students. Some have been studying since elementary school, some from middle school, some from high school, all different levels. And it's been gratifying for me to see them grow in their cultural and linguistic competency, two very important, undoubtedly very important parts of the 21st century classroom. These students benefit from a high school in a district which very much supports world language education. And for this, I would like to thank Classical High School Principal Scott Barr for his continued support of French as an important part of the high school curriculum, the Classical Alumni Association for their generous support. In fact, before coming here this afternoon, we had a nice déjeuner à la française at the Cave restaurant in the Old Jewelry District. Très bien, hein? Right? And in addition, I'd like to recognize someone from the Providence School Administration who is present with us today, and we thank her very much. Her name is Rebecca Klassen, and she's the coordinator of World Languages and Biliteracy in Providence. Would you say bonjour to Madame Klassen? Okay. How about saying bonjour to my students right over there? Okay. To honor the language of Molière and all its cultural diversity, the students will be presenting themselves, bien sûr en français, and expressing their thoughts on their studies of French. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, je vous présente les élèves de français de Classical High School. Okay.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Greco. J'ai 18 ans et je vais au Classical High School. J'aime les voitures et les jeux vidéo. Ma langue maternelle est l'espagnol. Et je parle l'anglais et j'étudie le français pour 6 ans. J'étudie le français parce que j'ai déjà parlé l'anglais et l'espagnol et j'ai voulu apprendre une autre langue grâce à mon prof, Monsieur Hébert, qui m'offrit plusieurs opportunités. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Alexander, j'ai 16 ans et je connais 3 langues, l'anglais, l'espagnol et j'apprends le français depuis 4 ans. Et pour moi, la langue française offre de nombreuses opportunités d'apprentissage ainsi qu'une nouvelle forme d'expérience. Et enfin, je remercie mon prof, Monsieur Hébert, et vous tous de m'avoir reçu ici et j'espère en apprendre davantage sur la culture francophone à l'avenir. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Anderson et j'ai 17 ans. J'étudie à Classical High School et je suis dans ma dernière année. À la maison, je parle l'espagnol avec toute ma famille. C'est mon langue maternelle. J'ai choisi d'étudier la langue française parce que je voulais apprendre une nouvelle langue et me mettre au défi. J'étudie la langue française pour 4 ans avec mon prof, Monsieur Hébert. Et pour moi, j'apprécie cette expérience parce qu'il m'ouvre plusieurs opportunités qui concernent la langue et la culture francophone. Enfin, je suis très content avec tout que j'ai appris sur cette langue et la culture francophone et j'espère d'utiliser là à l'avenir. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Makai, j'ai étudié à Classical et j'ai étudié le français pendant 4 ans. J'ai commencé à étudier le français parce que je suis haïtien. Ma activité préférée est la cuisine et je suis diplômé cette année. J'aime la culture française parce que c'est les nombreuses œuvres d'art et les ornements qu'offre la culture française.
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Destiny Reyes et je suis une senior au Classical High School. J'ai commencé à apprendre le français en 9e année et je l'étudiais depuis 4 ans. Ma langue maternelle était l'espagnol et j'ai appris l'anglais quand j'avais 5 ans. J'aime la culture française, j'aime la langue, la communauté, la nourriture, la musique. La culture française m'a apporté une nouvelle vision du monde. J'espère visiter la France et utiliser toutes les connaissances que j'ai acquises sur la France au lycée dans la classe de Monsieur Hébert.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Yuridia Gamarro Pérez. Je vais au Classical High School. En plus d'apprendre le français, je parle espagnol avec ma famille dans ma maison et c'est ma langue maternelle. Au cours de 4 ans, j'ai appris plusieurs choses en cours de français et dehors de la langue elle-même. J'ai appris non seulement la culture française, mais cela m'a inspiré à explorer d'autres cultures et langues comme le portugais. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Genesis. J'apprends le français depuis 4 ans maintenant. Je ne l'ai pas regretté depuis le premier jour de cours de français à Classical High School. Je viens d'un foyer anglophone et hispanophone. Et découvrir les cultures francophones m'a fait apprécier la différence des cultures à travers le monde. Cela m'a aussi donné envie d'apprendre en dehors de la culture que je connais déjà. Merci beaucoup.
Bonjour madame et monsieur, je m'appelle Lloyd et je suis anglais. Je suis un ancien élève de Fazerie et c'est là où j'ai commencé à apprendre le français. C'était l'automne 2014 que j'ai rentré en grande section à Fazerie et je savais que les bases. Les premiers jours étaient très durs pour moi, mais je suis y resté pendant 9 années de plus, jusqu'à ma graduation l'année dernière. Maintenant, me voilà en 3e à Classical High School avec un diplôme de DELF niveau B2. Le français pour moi est plus qu'un moyen de communication, mais il fait partie de mon identité personnelle. Il me donne beaucoup d'opportunités que les gens monolingues n'ont pas. Grâce à ma maîtrise de français, j'ai rencontré quelques de mes meilleurs amis. Je peux aller à l'université en France gratuitement et je compte continuer mes études en français pendant ces prochaines années à Classical et au-delà. Le français est un sujet qui me passionne car c'est si éloquent et complexe qu'il y a toujours quelque chose à apprendre. Je suis fier de faire partie de la communauté francophone. Merci.
Merci. Alors, bon après-midi, mesdames et messieurs. Je m'appelle William et je suis un ancien élève de Fazerie et aujourd'hui étudiant à Classical High School. Alors, j'ai commencé à apprendre le français quand j'avais que 5 ans. Il fait maintenant 10 ans que je l'apprenne. Le français fait maintenant une partie très précieuse de mon identité. L'apprentissage du français m'a ouvert beaucoup d'opportunités et de voies que je n'aurais jamais eues si je n'avais pas commencé à apprendre le français, comme celle de pouvoir étudier en France. Il est important d'apprendre une nouvelle langue quand on est jeune, car ça nous permet de se connecter avec des gens qui viennent de différentes cultures. En plus, en apprenant sur la langue et la culture française, j'ai appris et compris plus sur ma propre culture. L'apprentissage du français a été une partie majeure de ma vie et j'espère pouvoir continuer mes études dans cette langue. Je suis fier d'avoir appris le français et d'être membre de la francophonie. Merci et bonne journée.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sivan, j'ai 14 ans et je suis étudiant à Classical High School. J'ai appris le français quand j'avais 8 ans car j'ai habité à Paris pour 1 an. Quand je suis rentrée à Providence, j'ai continué mes études à Fazerie. Puis j'ai passé l'année dernière dans une école à Paris. La langue française m'a permis à faire des amis internationaux et rencontrer des personnes très intéressantes. Pouvoir parler français m'a donné plein d'opportunités pour voyager et découvrir des différentes cultures francophones. Merci.
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Sabine et j'ai 15 ans. Je parle allemand à la maison avec ma famille, mais j'ai commencé à apprendre le français à l'âge de 6 ans et depuis environ 9 ans. J'ai commencé à Fazerie et maintenant je suis étudiant à Classical High School dans la classe de 3e. Pour moi, apprendre le français me donne plein d'opportunités dans la vie et facilite les voyages car le français est parlé dans beaucoup de pays. Grâce à cette langue, j'ai pu me faire des amis et des souvenirs inoubliables. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sadie, j'ai 15 ans et je suis une étudiante de français 4 à Glasgow High School. J'ai commencé à apprendre le français quand j'avais 3 ans, en petite section à Fasserie. Mes études en français là-bas et à Glasgow m'ont appris non seulement à parler français, mais cela m'a aussi permis de découvrir plein de cultures francophones et de les apprécier tout autour du monde. La langue française est une si grande partie de ma vie depuis que je suis très petite et je trouve que c'est vraiment très génial de pouvoir parler une autre langue et j'espère que dans le futur, je vais continuer mes études en français et continuer à parler la langue. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Amari. Ma langue maternelle est anglais et j'étudie le français depuis 4 ans. J'étudie le français parce que mon grand-père parle français aussi.
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Leslie et je suis 18 ans. Je vais à Classical High School et j'étudie le français pour 4 ans. Et ma langue maternelle est l'espagnol, mais j'ai voulu aussi apprendre le français. Et je pense que le français est une belle langue et j'aimerais beaucoup la parler couramment. Je pense qu'il est important d'apprendre une nouvelle langue parce que cela permet de découvrir de nouvelles cultures et d'établir de meilleures relations avec les autres. Et je crois que c'est quelque chose de très beau. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Daniel Bautista, j'ai 18 ans, j'ai commencé à étudier le français il y a 40 ans au Classical High School. Ma langue maternelle était l'espagnol et j'ai appris l'anglais quand j'avais 5 ans. La langue française m'a toujours intéressé. Alors quand j'ai eu l'occasion d'apprendre, j'ai été heureux. Je suis très reconnaissant de l'opportunité de que Classical High School m'a donné d'apprendre cette langue compliquée mais magnifique. Elle m'a fait découvrir un monde que je ne connaissais pas. Merci beaucoup.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Angel Garcia, je suis étudiant de français depuis 4 ans et pour moi, apprendre une autre langue est important pour plusieurs raisons. Étant hispanophone, être capable de communiquer de 3 manières me donne plus d'opportunités à l'avenir. Je pourrais parcourir le monde entier et trouver une communauté où je me sentirai chez moi. Pour moi, faire partie de la francophonie, c'est pouvoir se connecter avec une multitude de cultures francophones, non seulement avec le Canada ou la France, mais aussi je pourrais aller en Haïti, au Cameroun et au Sénégal. J'espère poursuivre mon parcours francophone pour toutes les années à venir. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Suzanne Lawa. Je suis au lycée à Glasgow High School et j'ai 17 ans. Étant quelqu'un qui parle l'anglais et yoruba, suivre le français pendant 4 années a été une des meilleures décisions que j'ai prises. Car la francophonie permet aux personnes comme moi de comprendre et d'apprécier une langue et une culture différente des miennes. Grâce à mes cours de français, j'ai appris à apprécier la belle musique et l'histoire des cultures françaises. Et j'ai souhaité utiliser tout ce que j'ai appris jusqu'à présent pour communiquer et me connecter avec d'autres personnes autour de moi. Merci beaucoup.
Quel groupe cette année, hein? Oui, très bien, OK. Bravo, bravo les élèves. Merci, merci tout le monde et à la prochaine. Merci.
Thank you, Michel Hibert. You know, all is right with the world when you meet students like this, isn't it? Great. Thank you so much. And we have from Brown University, we have some students here, and we're delighted that Stephanie Galliard, who is a lecturer from the Department of French and Francophone Studies from Brown University, is here with her students. Stephanie?
Bonjour à tous et à toutes. Comme Roger m'a présenté, je suis un membre de la faculté du département d'études françaises et francophones à Brown. Et je tiens tout particulièrement à vous remercier pour cette invitation, et en particulier à Anne, pour nous avoir invités cette année, pour nous rendre compte de la beauté de cette célébration de la francophonie. Hello everyone, I'm delighted to be here to represent the Department of French and Francophone Studies at Brown University. And as a faculty member, I'm delighted to introduce to you two of our students who will be presenting their wonderful work. The first one will be Sonam Shulman, who is currently attending a class in the language program, and we have actually her professor, Chanel Dupuis. And the second student, who is also second year of bachelor's, William, French, who is in the program of literature, and is following two classes, one from my colleague Stéphanie Ravillon and another one for Laurine Williams. And it is in this class that he will be actually presenting something. Their production are very powerful and also delightful, and I hope you will enjoy them as much as I did. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup, Madame Guillard. Bonjour, je m'appelle Sonam Shulman et je suis étudiante de français 500 avec professeur Chanel Dupuis. Et aujourd'hui, je vais lire mon poème « Qui suis-je » Qui suis-je? Suis-je la couleur de ma peau? Suis-je l'endroit où je suis né? Le vêtement que je porte? La façon dont je parle? En parlant avec quelqu'un, je sais qu'il devine probablement qui je suis en se basant sur mon apparence. Après tout, il est très facile de porter des jugements et de mettre les gens dans des cases. Mais je refuse de rentrer dans une case. Je suis un humain complexe. Je suis haïtienne et américaine, mais aussi ougandaise, indienne, mexicaine, brésilienne et canadienne. Alors, la prochaine fois que vous rencontrerez quelqu'un, regardez plus loin. Vous pourriez être surpris de voir que vous avez en commun. Après tout, nous sommes tous des êtres humains. Merci beaucoup.
Bonjour, je m'appelle William. Je suis étudiant en deuxième année de licence à l'Université de Brown et j'étudie au sein du département d'études françaises et francophones. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous présenter un petit résumé de mon expérience dans un cours de français que je suis ce semestre. Il s'intitule « L'expérience des réfugiés, déplacement, migration ». Et il m'a beaucoup appris sur moi-même, en particulier comment je peux utiliser ma connaissance de la langue française dans la communauté de Providence. Dans ce cours, nous faisons du bénévolat avec l'organisation Women's Refugee Care à Providence, qui répond aux besoins des personnes émigrées d'Afrique majoritairement et qui donne plus d'indépendance aux femmes réfugiées. À travers ce cours, j'ai eu la chance d'assister la chef de cette organisation, Aline Biungu, et d'apprendre d'elle en particulier sur le travail important de soutenir des familles nouvellement arrivées dans le Rhode Island. En plus de ce côté humain, j'ai aussi eu la chance d'aider ces populations en traduisant leur CV en anglais pour qu'ils puissent trouver du travail. C'est gratifiant d'avoir la chance de rencontrer ces personnes et d'écouter leurs histoires émouvantes et si courageuses. Ce cours m'a permis une compréhension plus profonde de ce que c'est l'expérience des réfugiés de nos jours. Je suis extrêmement content de la partager avec vous et de participer à cet événement francophone important aujourd'hui. Merci.
Thank you very much. You know, as Brown students, we want you to stay in Rhode Island, so you're a great... Thank you very, very much. And then finally, to conclude our program, we have from the Museum of Work and Culture, and let me just pause by saying, I'm going to be introducing Beatrice here, but we have Ann Conway is here from the Museum of Work and Culture, and I just want to give a special recognition to her, along with Dominique and others, to make this work. Ann's really the person behind the scenes that make this look all so very easy, so thank you very much, Ann. But Beatrice Ducastel de Montrouge, who's the Public Program Coordinator at the Museum of Work and Culture, is representing the League of Francophone and Francophonie Organizations of Rhode Island. Beatrice?
Bonjour, je m'appelle Béatrice Duchâtel de Montrouge. Hello, my name is Béatrice Duchâtel de Montrouge. I'm very excited to be standing here on this day where we can celebrate la Mois de la Francophonie in this room together, as well as with the Francophonie flag hanging in the house chamber next door. Of course, many of us celebrate La Francophonie year-long in our everyday lives, but March poses a time where we're able to celebrate at specific events. So I want to share a few of those events that we still have going on, even though the month is more than halfway over. Down in Newport, ongoing right now, the Alliance Française de Newport is a sponsor of the Salve Regina French Film Festival that started on March 17th and will be occurring until April 2nd. At the Museum of Work and Culture, please come by on Sunday. We have our signature event, Bonjour Printemps, or Salute to Spring. It's an afternoon festival celebrating everything French Canadian, so come join us from 1:30 to 4 p.m. The Alliance Française de Providence is also going to be hosting something afterwards. So on Sunday, March 24th as well, they will be having a museum stroll and art club party. It'll be starting at the RISD Museum at 3:30 p.m. and then people will be walking to the art club to watch a documentary on the restoration of Notre Dame, followed by a reception until 8 p.m. And then lastly, join us back down in Newport, where the Alliance Française de Newport is going to be hosting a bal masqué, on Saturday, March 30th from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Elks Lodge in Newport. I hope that you're able to join us as we celebrate La Francophonie, not only this month, but year-long. Merci beaucoup.
Many years ago, I served in this building in the House of Representatives, and I know when that bell goes off, that means that the House of Representatives is going to be convening in a few minutes, so our timing is perfect to wrap this up. I'm very proud to be French. Anybody who's here today, to listening to our students, listening to the young children sing, hearing the presentations from our special guests today, this is a very proud occasion. So this concludes the program. Invite all of our guests to go upstairs to the gallery. The house gallery is in the front and the back, and we have some refreshment here as well. So please partake, and thank you all so much for being here and for your continued support. Be well.